What's supposedly sexy but really isn't? Singles in your area. Baby talk. I'm a father. Talking to me like a baby just makes my desire disappear, and I start becoming concerned about if you've eaten, or slept or pooped recently. That's hilarious and adorable at the same time. Having sex in a bath. Water is not lube, it actually becomes very dry. What if you filled the bath with lube? Sex on the beach. OMG. So true. Sand gets in places it doesn't belong. Then acts like sandpaper. Looks sexy. Actually feels like someone rubbing sandpaper on your sensitive bits. Oh yeah. I went to the beach last summer. The inside of my butt itched. I had sand up my ass and my vagina. Edible underwear. Body chocolate. Whipped cream. Food and sex do not belong together and are a recipe for a yeast infection. Eater. The replies make me never want to have sex or eat ever again. Years ago, I worked as the night manager of a Piggly Wiggly in Georgia. One night, these two brothers in business attire show up at the register with every can of spray whipped cream we had. They bragged that they had picked up a couple of strippers, and the whipped cream was gonna make banging them that much better. When their guaranteed sex improvement spray total came up to about $40. One asked, "Hey, if we don't use all this, can we bring it back?" Apostrophe. I wanted to say that there was no way in hell they were gonna bring rancid from not being stored in a fridge cans of whipped cream that were likely covered in antibiotic resistant gonorrhea herpessyphilis back into my store. But instead of saying that, I said no. Apostrophe. According to my wife, doing the helicopter, nothing gets me going more than to see my husband's limp dipstick slap against legs while making that glorious sound. It's like a little golf clap. Sex positions in porn. Upside down. Are you serious? With a woman. Unrealistic. Wearing too much cologne/perfume. All you need is a dab of a scent on your neck or your wrists, and the scent shouldn't be so overpowering that others can smell you from a mile away. The scent you wear should be subtle, but noticeable. Cologne/perfume is meant to be discovered, not announced. I like that phrasing. Sex for hours. Guys are so proud. No, that friction dried up the lube and bored me after 30 minutes. Exactly. Guys are embarrassed if they don't last long. But it's hot that I got them that worked up. And same. It gets painful and boring. My girlfriend always says the same thing. She gets very turned on when I don't last as long as I would like to, but she takes pride in the shortness of it all. She would rather go for multiple short rounds than one long one. Sex in water. A pool. Bathtub. Shower. You name it. Sex in water sucks. People who rub nipples by trying to freaking tune a radio on them. Be gentle to titties. Maybe this is just me, but I don't find it sexy when someone suggestively eats a phallic food item like sausage, bananas, popsicles, etc. It just looks silly. Not to mention the fact that most people end up biting into those foods when they eat them. So if it's supposed to be a stand-in for your dick, it's not an arousing thought. Fake tan. Especially when it's so obviously orangey fake that it just looks like they've dipped themselves in tangerine. Like the song, "How ducking dare you not accept Donald Trump as the sex icon he is?" Exclamation mark. Sex in a public bathroom. I can never imagine being horny enough to disregard how disgusting and germ-filled the environment is. Army basic training. Year 2000. 3 days in on a 5-day field training exercise after a 12-mile hike through ankle-deep sand with a 30-pound backpack in the middle of August. Caught a guy and girl screwing in the porta potty. They were nasty. Lone wolf type emotionally distant men. Sexy media trope. Not a sexy life partner though. Playing hard to get. If you play hard to get with me, it makes you impossible to want, because I assume you're just not into me. My experience with handcuffs was rather lackluster. Hello, this is the lockpicking lawyer, and today I have for you a curious situation. My wife seems to have handcuffed me to the bedposts in our room while she goes to get herself ready. While handcuffs typically present little challenge in coming undone with anything from a screwdriver to a bobby pin, today I'm going to use only what I can maneuver into my hands, which luckily enough was a pillowcase. Dirty panties. I will never understand the number of creeps at r/creepypums who ask to buy used panties. Seriously, why? Question mark? 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 Edit. Wow. This comment blew up huge. Thank you all for the answers. You know you can make money selling them. Where? How? Asking for a friend. That face guys make when they put their first and middle fingers up to their mouth like a V and pretend and wiggle their tongue through like they are giving a girl head. Lol. People still do that? Lol yes. OMG it's so cringy. Being an asshole. I don't know why some people think it's cute. It's not. Fake drawn eyebrows that always look questioning/surprised. I told my girlfriend she had her eyebrows drawn on too high. She looked surprised. Women acting stupid and infantile. Men acting super macho. Slapping/patting vaginas. Porn has a lot to answer for. Non-subtle cosmetic surgery. Huge lips. Massively sharpened nose and face. Breast or butt implants that could be used as a life raft. Like, you look like some kind of uncanny valley sex doll monster instead of a human being. Dora thinks that they would float if she threw them into water. Sex in a sports car. You always see rich guys in movies with some hot babe that's all over him. Pulling up in his exotic/sports car. That shit is super uncomfortable. And women's heels on soft leather/Alcantara is a big no-no. Giant driver shaft tunnel in the middle and a driver-oriented cockpit are terrible for it. Jiggity I've had more comfortable sex in the back of a car morning. I miss my old book for exactly this reason. Couch in front. Couch in back. Might have to buy another one day. Screaming during sex. I'm married now. But when I was single and dating, there were a couple women I was with who would yell like sports fans in a stadium during an orgasm. Meanwhile, my ear was roughly 6 inches from their head. Not pleasant. Snapchat filters. My guy and I are currently prevented from seeing each other due to COVID. We FaceTime a lot on Snapchat. I was playing with the filters one day and landed on a simple one I thought was cute. He said I don't want to see a filter. I want to see your face. And honestly that was one of the sweetest things ever. So I don't use those anymore. This will probably be buried but being a nurse, not sexy. I literally deal with bodily fluids most of my shift. Many guys like to see women fighting against each other. You know those mud fights and shit like this. I've never got turned on by this. Leaving underwear the next morning. Some girl left me her underwear as a sexy reminder of our night together. Except, what the hell am I supposed to do with them? Wear them? Smell them? Hang them on the wall? Like what is the point here? Question mark? Question mark? Anyways they went in the garbage. Frame them and put them up as a trophy of your marvelous deeds. Clearly, save it for when you ask her father for her hand to establish dominance. Smoking. Use lube. You shouldn't be generating that much friction. There's a reason I wear my fireman suit. Loud ass moaning. Like the fake pornster level moaning and above. A guy, my neighbor, and a girl in my building are dating. And I constantly have to hear her near screaming through the wall. I don't know how anyone can get off hearing that. It's so annoying. This is the reason I can't watch porn with sound. Such a ducking turn off. It's like herding cattle. Duck face. Feels 20 years have gone by and women still do it. What's with chicks doing the cross-eyed look lately? I'm so confused. Lol do you mean the ahegao face? Question mark. It's a hentai thing. They are trying to imitate girls in hentai who supposedly make that face during orgasm. Guys with too many missiles. There's a happy medium. Which is well before looking like you stepped out of that ancient power thirst video. Catcalling. Dick pics. Send me pics of your chest and abs if you want to turn me on. Don't send me a pic of your penis. Edit. Some people have expressed sadness due to their lack of abs. You don't need to have abs to be sexy. When I wrote this comment, I was thinking of my exes, both of whom were muscular, which is why I said abs. What I was really trying to get at is that receiving a pic of a guy fresh out of the shower with a towel wrapped around his hips is a plus, whereas getting a badly lit close up of your member is an F. I don't get dick pics too. Nobody ever takes flattering dick pics. It's always just a down looking angle. Like at least be in a cool position with good lighting. Put some effort into it. It's your schlong after all. I've seen a ton of flattering dick pics. And a ton of horrendous ones. I can't understand why so many people take dick pics while Fear sat on the toilet. Why? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. The whole first time. Or surprise anal trend. My first time was awkward and funny. Not necessarily virgin experiences dick for the first time. Exclamation mark. So hot. Exclamation mark. And when someone tried the whole surprise anal on me, I shit blood all over their toilet. Also switching holes. Not hot at all. That infection was ducking awful and I was pissed cause. Yeah, guessed it. It was another surprise. I'm a femme lesbian and I can't stand when butches squint and or bite their lips in photos. LMAO. OMG yes. What's with the Justin Bieber hey baby girl act? Melted chocolate. Clashing teeth. I hate reading anything that says something about how their teeth clash when they kiss. That's not sexy. That hurts. Please just stop. Most porn. Most is incredibly repetitious and boring. Guys bragging or talking about previous encounters with girls. Shockingly, I don't want to be told about what you've done with other girls. Playing hard to get. It's complex enough to read nonverbal cues, so if you feel the attraction, just go for the distraction. The duck lips pose girls do in photos. Yeah. No matter whether they are trying to look cute or sexy or whatever, it just looks dumb to me. Public 6. Sorry but the constant fearsome blokes gonna catch you makes me limp even at the thought. Edit. I think a bit too far ahead than most of you when it comes to that situation, which is the part that spooks me. That's the exhilarating part though. Dumbest duck lips. I used to go out with a psycho. She was great fun, but she was a ducking lunatic. I basically woke up in the middle of the night to feel something ducking ice cold on my chest. What she decided in the middle of the night was that she felt horny, so she got an egg out of the fridge and broke it on my chest. Thinking that we were gonna have some sexy time. It was ducking ice cold. LD, I tell you. OU, and I was all tucked up, all warm and just snoozing away. I was in bliss. SS, I can confirm. RM, I can confirm guys. It is not sexy. Zai. People who wear Axe spray on deodorant. Long nails. Huge turn off for me. Hey there. Want a quickie? Apostrophe. No thank you. I don't feel like getting circumcised twice. Big fake boobs. Big fake lips as well. Big fake ass too. I think dancing in a club is supposed to be sexy, but it's never the cute guy you've been crushing on for months who comes up behind you. It's always a Chad. Pretty sure real sexy club dancing is only in movies. I've only seen the ratchet shit. Ah yes. And the constant having to avoid eye contact for people to not take it as an invite. Twerking. Booty shaking yes. But seeing someone's ass register on the Richter scale is too much. Those faces women make in porn videos. Mouth opened unnaturally. Scary mean look. Like they're hurting someone. Faking surprise with eyes wide open. Pained look like they're suffering. That weird animorgasm face. Feet. I genuinely don't get how people find them sexy. They're gross. They're weird and they can smell. Butt implants. Watching women suck dildos or other cock-shaped objects while pretending to derive pleasure somehow from doing that. Being called daddy. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.